Yo, mama.
I
I had to do it.
just
I had to
saying,
do it for
just
old
saying,
time's sake.
just saying. If I ever had a wrestling theme song of my own, it would have been something like Grande Americano. But that's just me.
I don't even know what mine would like. My intro song would be in that situation. I like too many songs. Probably something cool. Maybe like
Yep.
a Gazette song. Anyways, I'll be right
Gotcha.
back. I'm gonna go grab a drink.
Go for it. Don't mind me, audience. I'm just multitasking by trimming down some dandelion roots. Do, 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 do. Hey, that makes great tea, audience. Learn your nutrition facts from here.
Tell them the ingredients.
Dandelion roots.
And
That's literally it.
so if I just say dandelion roots, tea just appears.
Oh yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
back. I got my drink.
Mm-hmm.
Cause audience, just remember, my bedroom is right next to the kitchen.
I found out that we have the technology to turn paper into seeds, and then you can plant that paper and it grows plants. I was like, "What? This shit's crazy."
Also, I saw a thing.
The
I
main
saw a thing
part
where a
is not
guy
came
was
out.
taking plastic waste and turning it into gasoline. That's useful for the environment.
It is.
Oh yeah. We'll definitely be talking about the environment like later this week, audience. Because remember, tomorrow's Earth Day. So, what are your plans?
Isn't that ironic? Because Easter was literally yesterday.
I know, right?
And I was supposed to work yesterday.
Cryptid is Silverhawks a monthly book or is it a weekly book?
I think it's a monthly book. It's only on issue 2. So
damn, I was actually enjoying it.
Austin, you were saying something to me earlier?
You actually have to wait for your books.
I'm sure.
Main Spider-Man #2 is not out.
Okay. So, all right.
No, because the more I think about that book and its pacing, the more I'm like, damn, I was enjoying it. I kind of want to keep reading it, but.
And all it took was you to have the theme song live rent free in your head.
I tell people all the time, theme songs save cartoons, bro. Like theme songs help you remember shit. Like I'll remember a theme song quicker than I remember the show. Actually, I told the story. It wasn't on the podcast, I think. But that's how I remember Spectacular Spider-Man, bro. Because I only saw one episode because I couldn't catch it early enough. But I remembered that theme song, and like I would always like hum it, even if I didn't know the words exactly. I'd be like, spectacular, spectacular. And then I remember like one day I just thought about it. I was like, oh wait, can I watch that show now? Like now that I have now I have my own computer and everything, and sure enough, I watched it. It's fucking awesome.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, remember before Iron Man became an A-list character, right? The one thing people recognized him most of was his theme song from his animated series. Hey
guys, I need your assistance on something, okay? So I'm gonna give you 2 Sanrio characters. I'm gonna have you pick which one I vote for today, okay? You guys ready for your options?
Okay, yeah, who?
So one of them is entry number 26. It's Yoshi Kitty, who is kind of like Hello Kitty, but more alternative and visual K. She's really cool, trust. And the other one is entry number 32, which is Laurel Manic, Barry and Sherry. They're a duo. One is a pink little thing with bat ears, and the other one's a gray little thing with horns. Which one should I vote for?
I'll go for the Hello Kitty knockoff.
She's not a knockoff.
Oh, okay. Wow, inspired. Like
literally, if you see her design, it's literally just Hello Kitty with blonde hair and a cool outfit.
Okay. A knockoff. Anyway, start the show.
What the fuck? Not a knockoff.
Okay, so with that, audience, let's start the show. Welcome to Comic Pack Live. You're here with me, Cryptid Seeker 415. I'll save my intro for tomorrow. So.
Bullshit.
It's me, Jake Tylenol, and I finally finished Devil May Cry 3, and I gotta say, after playing that story, damn, I like the anime even less, bro. Like, God, we'll talk about it tomorrow, but holy shit.
Ace Comics, Bricky Wall, the wall in the movies and shit. Anyway.
Anyways, I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim. Pronouns they, he, because that has not changed. And guys, I have won. I feel vindicated. Maybe. Keyword on the maybe part.
I have the idea that when Austin
Wait, wait,
applies,
wait, 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 wait. You said that has not changed. What can we do to change that? How much money?
Ooh.
None, because it ain't changing, nerd.
I like
As
the
Ted
What are
idea.
you, a
DiBiase,
conversion therapist?
as the $1 Million Man once said, everybody's got a price.
I like the idea that when Austin applies to like an acting job, and it says, "What have you been in?" I'm the Wall. I've been in movies with the Wall and shit.
Mhm.
You know, have you seen this movie? Have you seen these movies and shows with a wall in it? I've
That was
been.
me.
That's me. They
Famous.
just hate me.
No, Jake, I want to just like I'm gonna go on YouTube, start showing like random clips of someone's fighting at the wall nearby. But yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there.
That's
I'm in
me.
the scene here.
My
I was
eyes
in
are
the scene here.
closed. I didn't
You
want
see
to
when
ruin the
John
shot.
Wick shot that bullet, it bounced off me. That was me right there.
Yeah, I had to take a bullet to the chest. It hurt, but I'm dedicated.
I took the biggest, fattest
Yo.
kick to the face, and you know what? I got my
Yep,
hazard
yep.
pay for it.
Here's a question for you, Austin. What the Humpty Dumpty ever do to you to make you want to drop him off the wall?
He was a
You see how big
bitch.
his head was?
Yeah.
That man
Ooh.
literally all head and then like 2 arms, 2 legs, bro. He didn't deserve to live that long.
But together, without Humpty Dumpty, we form the Phanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. And on our special Mondays, we talk about the media news. We got a bunch of topics for you guys today. Like the Fantastic Four trailer came out, and we
Don't
saw
spoil mine.
What?
what?
Don't spoil mine. You know which one's mine.
Okay.
I honestly don't. But Thunderbolts also as well is happening. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are revealed, and we will also be gooning tastefully to some swimsuits later. So
Gooning tastefully. Remember, we got to goon tastefully. And guys, remember, audience, remember, he just spoiled my topic.
I know which one was whose. It's like whatever. We also have socials, so you know.
Hello. I'm here for the socials. First of all, we just passed 60 subscribbles. So if you want to get that to 70 or even maybe 100 if you want to be so nice, please subscribble so that we can get Austin his medical bills paid. You know, he needs to get that insurance back up, remember. Anyways.
That night joke. Y'all hear me coughing?
Yeah, you hear him dying in the background. You can also follow us on Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69 with a PH. Remember, with a PH. Because we post the updates about when we're about to go live sometimes, and maybe some other stuff. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens later. Anyways, if you don't want to do all that because you're lame, but you want to follow one of the people here because you're cool like that, you can follow little old me. On Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch at witch_of_Jotunheim. You can follow me on Tumblr and Blue Sky at Northstar Aria. You can also follow me on xiaohongshu/redno at Witch of Jotun. And you can, if you want to buy me a coffee, my coffee is Witch of Jotunheim. No spaces, nothing else like that. All the links are in my link tree in the description. They better be in the description.
It is.
Anyways, Austin, he's going to be in the new Fantastic Four movie. He was able to tell us that because Kevin Feige was nice enough to let us know, to let him do this. You know, also we saw him in the trailers. Cryptid's in the same spot, and because he didn't want to tastefully goon after swimsuits because he's lame like that. Anyways, hey Jake. Where are you at?
I'm currently with this new fuckhead named Nero, and we're fighting the church, I guess.
Do you want
He's not
a carton of
fuckhead.
milk?
He's dead weight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm with the
to
current
ease
dead
your-
weight, bro. The dead weight Nero.
Do you want a carton of milk to ease your pain?
I'm not in pain, but he is, bro. This man's girlfriend got kidnapped, and now he's been screaming her name nonstop. Kyrie! That's all he's been saying, bro. Every time I hear him. Kyrie! Every time. It's annoying, bro.
I believe you. Anyways, let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Let's go for it. So, alrighty, audience. Let's start us off with the first topic of the night. The Fantastic Four trailer and our first look at the Silver Surfer.
I want to say we've entered a new
Wait,
era.
JJ, please.
Cut off.
I me too, but I have to say this because people keep spreading the misinformation that this is Shala Ball. This is not her. This is Hercules' granddaughter from the other book.
Wait, what?
That's very specific.
Oh my god, I just find that so
So there's a
hilarious.
story where Hercules in canon was doing going through stuff, and his granddaughter was Silver Surfer, the female Silver Surfer.
Okay. I just find that funny because so many people keep referring to that Shala Ball character as when they're trying to defend this depiction of Silver Surfer.
Well, to be fair, both women covering silver. It's hard to tell the difference between them.
Silver Surfer. Most people don't give a shit about a female Silver Surfer.
Most people do.
Yeah.
Not really. I have not seen anyone
if you
besides
care about the
a very
character, you
specific group of people talking about the Silver Surfer in this movie.
I think anyone who knows the character Norrin Rad and likes the character Norrin Rad disappointed that they chose someone else.
Bro, I remember when the Captain Marvel movie came out, I was most disappointed that they did Marvel dirty. Most people did not give a shit that Marvel was a woman because no one knew who the fuck she was. Yeah. No one knew who the fuck. No, not a lot of people know who Norrin Rad is in the movie.
But they did. We had his own cartoon.
Yeah,
I just know.
Yeah, how many people do you know outside of the comic book sphere watch the Silver Surfer show?
Also,
I know a lot of people seen an episode of the cartoon and see him in a movie before, so they know who the character is.
We're familiar with Rise of the Silver Surfer. That's made its way into public.
I know a very specific group of people that are pissed off about this. And honestly, I don't want to hear their opinions because I know that it comes from a place of hate. Anyways, let's talk about other stuff in the trailer because there's a lot more than just this one character.
I just know that
if you let us finish what we were saying, we'll get to them.
I just know that I want the scene where I don't want them to try to recreate the scene from the Rise of the Silver Surfer movie. That might not be what it is. That might not be what it is. I think it's just coincidence.
You were seeing the trailer.
No. I mean, the scene where, Johnny Storm's flying after him, he gets choked out, and they do all the cool shit.
No, you clearly see her knock him back and him fall. I think that's.
I know he goes up into space and falls off, but I just hope it's not beat for beat because that scene is cool. I don't want you to.
Jake, it's great that you should bring that up, right? Because I still remember first watching that trailer. I'm talking about the Rise of the Silver Surfer audience. I remember as a kid watching that trailer in theaters, and that was like an epic ass trailer. Between the heart-beating music, Silver Surfer just acted so ominous and grabbing Johnny Storm like that and completely dominating him like that, throwing him from outer space. That was epic. But then when I see them trying to recreate that in this trailer, it didn't have that. It didn't have that epicness to it. So
they're not doing the scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they're doing the scene. I just hope it's not gonna hit those beats. But I don't think they're gonna do the scene beat for beat.
The problem is only one of them can chase this guy.
Yeah.
So of course Johnny has to chase him.
I was gonna bring that up.
Can I be 100% real with you? I thought you were gonna talk about the scene where Susan Storm was talking to the Silver Surfer, where she's like, "Why are you going to destroy our planet?" And he was like, "I'm not trying to do that. I have no choice." I thought you were talking about that scene, not the other scene. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. Okay?
I have a girlfriend like you once on my world.
I'm down for
I was gonna bring that up. It's hard to avoid it because, like you said, Johnny's the only one who could actually chase the Silver Surfer. I just you know what I mean?
I don't know.
If the scene is exactly what it is in the trailer, I think it'll be fine. Only they don't focus too much on it. If Johnny just chased Silver Surfer, she flies immediately in space. I think that's totally okay.
I mean, it's just gonna be hard in general. It's gonna be impossible to just separate, the standard Silver Surfer from this depiction because when it came to Rise of Silver Surfer, right? I think that was as fully from the comics depiction as you could possibly get in terms of characters. They took a lot of things directly from the comics, so it's hard to
both of you to assume that they're here to properly adapt the comic stories into the MCU. Both of you to assume that.
But for me, I could see why they went with a female Silver Surfer route because remember, Marvel like the MCU they want to have like a version of the character to say that that's their character, which is why a lot of times when you see like superheroes in their costumes, right? Even though it's based from the comics, they have to kind of overcomplicate them with a lot of
because a lot of the
work.
times they just completely change the character without adding any of the nuances that make the character the character.
I don't think that's the reason for it. I think the reason they did this is because it's in an alternate universe and not the main timeline.
They could do whatever they want in an alternate universe, honestly.
Yeah, this also opens up in case they do want to actually like do like a full Galactus thing and Norman Rad thing later. But think about it like this. We remember we kept getting reports of a Silver Surfer like hour-long, special presentation. And stuff like that. So I think the idea is more like imagine Reed and them deal with the Galactus, actually like survive this, only for the incursions to happen, and then they make it to the new universe, and then eventually later Galactus, like the actual like Galactus shows up again.
Man.
And like the proper full Galactus. And then like a full like phase. It can be like a full like phase thing. But Reed will be the lead of that because he don't have experience with Galactus.
I want it to be like Norman Rad shows up and he's doing his thing, and then Reed just catches him and it's like, nope, figure it out. Yeah, get on it. That's over.
You know what would have been hilarious? You know what I think would have been funny? I need you guys. I think it would have been funny. I know she didn't actually become a herald, but I think it would have been funny if this was Dazzler. Because she was a candidate to be one of Galactus's heralds, and she was like, "Nah, I'm good, fam."
Deadpool was also a herald of Galactus too, right?
I didn't say that she was a herald of Galactus. I just said that she was powerful enough to potentially be one.
The reason I
what the fuck has Deadpool not do?
The reason I brought the Juno thing specifically because every other person like reporting two different things. Yeah. But it seemed like it's leaning towards Juno. So I just wanted to put that out there before that other stuff. But let's talk about her look and then move on. Oh, go ahead. I
already know that there's gonna be those very specific dude bro quote unquote comic book reviewers or whatever who are gonna watch this movie and just complain that it's quote unquote too woke when it really isn't. Just because they have a female Silver Surfer, and I'm like, I'm not dealing with you people. I already know that you guys can't have any fun. Just have fun for once, and if you don't like it, then okay, you didn't like it. You don't have to like be a bitch about it.
Well, until the movie comes out or they do something relevant, that's not really a point of discussion at the moment.
Oh, trust me, I'm already I've seen it too many times. You know how many people I had to unfollow and unmutual because of how shitty they are in this community? Way too many. But anyways. What else did I want to talk about? There was a lot.
What did y'all think about the CGI before we move on? Because that's a big thing right now.
I'm kind of scared.
Some people
look again, like the Silver Surfer we got from Rise of the Silver Surfer. That was peak depiction of him. So it's kind of interesting.
It was Doug Jones.
It is kind of interesting. Like 20 years later, I mean, I personally didn't see anything that was faulting in this, but I didn't see anything that was upgraded in this special effects wise, Unless you guys spot anything.
It looks pretty alright, but we'll have to wait and see what happens in the actual movie.
A lot of people didn't like it. From what I saw, I like it. I think her looking so metallic just makes it a lot more uncanny and alien-like.
Yeah.
My only problem is that I don't like how you see her ears and stuff. I think it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That threw me off when
I'm
I first
just saying
saw it.
It could have been worse. They could have defined everything.
Let me just bring up the picture between.
Keep in mind that's a blurry ass picture of her. That doesn't count.
That was the best I could do. Well, we saw. Okay, this is a better shot of her. Okay.
Is that Galactus in the background? I think it is, right?
No,
I have no idea.
Who the fuck is that?
No, I think that's Uatu's face. I have bet Uatu's face.
No, I
it
think
could be
that's
Uatu. We have seen him.
That's a TV screen of her face. But now I just really want to.
It's reflecting
you know
the nose
what she
and the
looks
white man.
like?
You're right.
You know what she looks like to me, and I need you guys to hear me out on this. She kind of looks like with how they did Colossus in the original X-Men movies before Deadpool.
What?
Guess.
Don't you remember what he used to look like?
No, you're right. No, you're right. No, you're right. I forgot about him.
He used to look chrome before they
X2,
changed to
yeah.
Deadpool.
The same
Yeah,
effects.
X2.
Okay, I see
He
that.
looks
Yeah.
stupid. I remember. Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's my
I agree with that.
only complaint at the moment.
Um,
But at this
I-
very moment, I don't really have any
I-
complaints on the
I
CGI
just,
because so far
I
everything
do-
looks good.
I
I
have a
don't have a
complaint, actually.
complaint. Oh, go ahead.
I do have a complaint. All right, this is kind of like the same problem I had when with the Thing, right? It's just that when she started talking, that's when I started getting losing, you know, trying to how can I put this? I got out of the moment when I started hearing her talking because that does not sound like the Silver Surfer, and I'm trying to compare and contrast between the actress, how she talks in real life, to how she talks in this depiction of
I
it. And it
forgot what
doesn't
she
seem like
sounded
it's
like in the
different.
trailer. Not gonna lie.
Well,
Maybe that's
no.
maybe that was
What do you
just
mean
for the
that's not the
trailer.
Silver Surfer? Because we only ever heard Norman Rat talk. She wouldn't sound like him.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, that's why it's just so impossible not to separate
If
the
you mean like
2010
in the sense
version.
that she doesn't speak like grandiose how he is, I
Yeah,
can agree with that.
yeah, there you go.
Maybe
You
okay,
know,
maybe
I
hear
guess
me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Maybe this, from what you guys heard, because I don't remember what she sounded like. Maybe this was just for the trailer. You know how they change stuff for trailers.
yeah. Well,
I don't
Maybe.
think that for this project only because they seem to really be banking on this. I don't think they're trying to trick us with anything with this one, to be honest.
Yeah.
Who
Right
knows?
now,
We're gonna have to
right
wait
now,
and see. But we do.
I think they're like
I feel like we should wrap up
the
the Silver Surfer because there's so much to talk about in this trailer alone.
no, it's
Like
I
also
know.
three
Hold on. I did want to say
goddamn.
this though. No, I did want to say this though. I do think it's kind of weird that they went with practical with everything else, but went full CGI with her only.
yeah. Well, it was kind of expected, you know. So
And that kind of expected. They did it. They went practical with everything else.
Yeah, but
well, I
I'm
mean,
not
I mean,
paying.
Silver.
and
I'm
for
not paying
the
Silver.
Rise of the Silver Surfer, Doug Jones was wearing a suit,
Yeah.
but they also did CGI over it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's what they did for the Thing in Galactus. That's what I'm saying. It just weird they didn't do the same full process.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She probably wore the
Well,
comfortable ass
bank it
onesie
up.
with all the dots. You know the ones.
We got to treat her as a different case because remember power cosmic and all that stuff. You know, they do have to
The
go
power
with special
cosmic makes her
effects for that.
shinier.
It makes
There
her
you go.
look chrome.
That
Mhm.
doesn't explain anything, but sure, whatever.
The
No,
power
Jake, what do you want to talk about? Reed?
Okay. Anyway, Reed Richards. There are a lot of people complain that he stretches. That his stretch looks weird. As a Reed
You know
Richards
what I'm
hater,
pissed off about?
as a
You know,
Reed Richards hater, his stretching looks fine. But
you know,
Yeah.
can I
still hate
rant
it.
about this because this really did bother me when I saw this. It really did fucking bother me. Tell me why, besides one very specific reasoning, why the fuck did they change Miss Marvel's stretchy powers when you know damn well they could have done it with they can do it with Reed Richards. Besides one very specific thing, tell me another reason why they changed Miss Marvel's powers.
You don't need another reason. They told you straightforward. They wanted her stuff to be visually different from Reed Richards when he shows up.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
no, that's what they said.
I call bullshit.
It's not bullshit. It's the same. It's a reason.
bullshit.
You don't have to like the reason, but it is a reason.
Bullshit. That is a bullshit reason because there are multiple characters that have the same fucking power set, and I don't see anyone else complaining.
No, they do. And guess what? They're both not in the MCU.
Yep.
What the fuck are you talking about? We had Quicksilver, both versions of them, and Makari in the MCU, both having the same kind of powers.
But we don't have.
You mean
they're
the
just
Quicksilver
fine.
who was made by the MCU, and then the fake variant man?
No,
And
I'm talking
Makari,
about
and and
Pietro.
Makari, they did change her effects.
I'm talking about Pietro, and I'm from Age of Ultron, and Makari from Eternals. They were able to do that
Makari
just fine.
effects
They're able
are
to do
different
people
from
with the similar
Quicksilver.
powers the same way, but they just had to change fucking Kamala Khan for
The
bullshit.
point is, it's a bad
It is
reason.
bullshit,
wait.
and it is
Hell no.
misogynistic.
No, the fuck it is not. Makari's
Yes, it is.
effects
Yes,
are
it fucking
drastically
is, man.
different.
It's bullshit.
Makari's
and it's
effects are drastically different from
misogynistic, man.
Quicksilver.
Because they keep trying to compare Kamala Khan to Carol Danvers when you know damn well they're two different characters with two different things. Like, yeah, they have some connection, but not much. Not that
Bad
many.
reason as it may be, it's the reason that they were given, but it's what we're stuck with.
Bullshit.
So there's nothing we can fix.
But
about it.
No, because
anyways,
two people who just stretch is different from two people who run and have totally different effects when they run.
still, it's bullshit, man. It's bullshit. Anyways,
Okay.
Reed they could do stretchy powers just fine, and Reed looks fine.
Okay.
He does.
As far
He looks fine.
as far as far as Reed's stretchy powers as depicted in this trailer goes, I mean, I don't know how much more cleaner you get with stretchy powers. To be honest,
He said their
We're gonna have to
inspiration
see
was
that.
like how he said
We're
their
gonna-
inspiration was how octopus moves.
We're gonna have to
Okay,
see that
yeah.
shit close up because we only got one scene with it, one
Yeah.
like 2-second clip of it. We're gonna need that
Stretching
shit
never-
up close.
Stretching never looks that great in live action, so I think those are the effects they're working on the most, to be honest, and why we're only seeing little clips of it.
Gotcha,
We're gonna need to
gotcha.
see that shit up close. I don't care what they have to do, even if it's just like a finger or two. I need to see
People were saying, "Ugh." I'm like, bro, you haven't even seen Reed be gross, bro. That's just him just doing the basics.
Yeah, they haven't picked up one comic book yet.
that shit. Why would you
Wait,
expect
wait,
MCU
wait.
fans to pick up a comic book?
Wait till he does the binocular thing with his hands.
Yeah, bro. Like, what are we gonna
Wait
do?
till he turns into a dinosaur so that his son can ride on his back.
Wait till he splits his face in half to dodge a bullet.
That's fucking bullshit, man. What the hell was
Wait
that?
wait till you see why Reed is called Reed Any Size Richards.
Read any size you need.
But I did appreciate it though with them keeping his stretching regular, only because I saw how authentic they're trying to go with Sue's power.
I mean, Sue's powers look great.
Her powers all.
I like the rainbow effect they have for hers.
That's what I mean, because usually it's just depicted as blue, blue stuff, blue energy. Yeah. But since her power is light refraction, and even in the comics they've been building up that more and more, like how she can change her whole appearance or just in her shield run. Remember that dumb bullshit?
Yeah, audience at this point, Invisible Woman's light powers are basically a Green Lantern construct powers in the comics.
I mean, they look good.
It's been like that for a long time, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
I'm just scared that they're gonna just not look good for the movie proper, because you know how like they choose the best clips to show off in the trailer.
Yeah.
But so far, from what we've seen, everyone looks good. Everyone's powers look good. Light
refraction is hard to quantify anyway. So like right here, we can tell she's doing a shield, but this isn't a shield I need to see. Like for me to see that this is good, I want to see like the full, circle, like the full dome.
Yeah.
Because it just look like the lights is slightly like shimmering in front of her. I need to see like the full body shield. It seems like.
Give a
also, another thing, it's not based off powers or anything, but one thing I do like, and my friend Lily can agree with me on this, I like that they're showing a bit more of the community for Ben's side of things, because to anyone who didn't know, Ben Grimm is one of, if not the most prominent Jewish character at Marvel, and it's the little nods and everything that really tied it in together, and I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I still don't know how I feel about Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, but he might grow on me in the future.
I also did have another problem with Johnny, actually. First, Jake, go ahead.
But listen, but here's the thing. I still don't like his voice. I don't like Ben Grimm's voice.
Yes.
I tried it. I gave it a chance. I don't like it. It's too
fun. I like his voice. I like his voice only because it being even more normal than anyone else's really reinforced the man in the monster situation. Yeah, I do wish he still had the accent, even if it wasn't as strong. I think that's one of my main problems.
That's why
I don't mind how light his voice is. I just think a lot of people like mad that his voice isn't deep. I'm like, his voice isn't that deep. You have to read the comics. When he describes his voice, it's not like Hulk talking or some shit. Like,
that's how I feel about Pug.
No, it's like I'm missing like Yancey Street. I'm missing the Yancey Street. Who's this guy?
I don't think anybody. Well, I mean, the best you could say is you could tolerate this voice, but you either tolerate it or you just don't like the voice for this thing.
I mean, I like it personally.
Yeah, seeing him talk to the kids and stuff, all that stuff's great. Seeing him use his voice and interacting with people, I think it's fine. And the isolated scenes where all you can focus on his voice, I don't think it's that good. No. But I think it's fine. The what they show, but we get a lot from Ben in this trailer.
I know.
Man was pulling a dip out the water. That's the strongest feat the thing has ever shown on live action.
Yeah.
We saw he did a Superman reference. The car he lifts up was the car from Superman Action Comics #1. When he
Which,
lifted that
fun
car?
fact, was
Suck
he
it,
was
James
also
Gunn.
created by Jewish people, so that was cool. This is like,
the next.
I wish
the
I had
only other
Lily here.
strong
I
feat-
wish I had Lily here to talk about this trailer with me because, like, she would go on a whole thing about it, about the Jewish references in this because she is Jewish herself and she loves the Fantastic Four. So shout out Franklin's Herald. Love you, Lily. We'll see you. I'll talk to you later.
Going back to what Austin said earlier, I think the only other strength feat we had that was second to the whole ship thing was him lifting a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
With the help of the Invisible Woman and stuff.
Oh yeah, true that.
Because they are a families.
Gotcha.
I think I want to go back onto Johnny real quick. He's
the last one anyway. Go ahead.
Anyways, I like it when he's not doing, how do I put this? Like doing superhero stuff. I like him in the family aspect a bit more right now. We'll have to wait and see for the movie proper. But
Can I ask you a question?
I do like him in the more familial uncle brother role more than the Human Torch side of things.
What do you mean? Because like, what are you doing as the Human Torch? Like,
I don't know. I just like so far, it's just like something feels off about him that I can't put my finger on just yet.
He needs to feel like a hothead, you know.
I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it.
Yeah.
It's
I think
something.
we will get that though. To be honest, it's just the scenes we got with Johnny so far have been like very selective. You know what I'm saying?
I want to talk about that because when it came to Johnny, again, this is another character whose voice is throwing me off. Like when it came to Chris Evans' depiction, right? You know, Chris Evans is a good actor.
Don't take Chris Evans' depiction.
Yeah, I'm about to say you can't go on to another actor's version to be like, oh, it doesn't feel like that. So it's weird.
I just want to use him as an example, right? When he was playing Johnny Storm, you know, you could tell he's, you know, going a laid back approach, right? But when he plays a character like, let's say, Captain America, you know, he has a very strict approach with his voice, with his vocal tones, right? This right here with Johnny Storm, it feels like you're taking the strict vocal tones and putting it onto Johnny Storm, and it's just throwing me off there.
I don't agree with that, but we do know he is playing a different version of Johnny Storm. He's not playing the regular hothead one, so I can see him. So it's not as laid back as people might like, but I don't see it as strict at all. But when we were talking to Reed about the baby and stuff.
So I guess we'll see when the movie actually comes out.
You got a lot of the trailer too. What you say? Go ahead, Jake.
I have no strong opinions on Johnny, but I'm a granted where like I'm not really sold on him yet. I would need to see more before I have a final opinion on him.
What do you think about Sue? We got a lot of her yapping.
She did, yeah. She was yapping. I
can see what they mean when she was taking
I haven't
a more assertive role
since I first watched it.
She's not the leader, but she's definitely the spokesman of the team.
I kind of hope.
That's like World's Greatest Heroes,
where she was the aspect in this.
That was like World's Greatest Heroes, where she was like the spokesperson. You know?
Yeah,
I kind of wish that we get more of that in this movie. I feel like that would be really cool.
I just don't want a scene where she has to randomly strip down for no reason. Cause look. I like the 2005 movie. I went back and watched it now. There's a scene where they make her get naked on the bridge, and then Johnny and Reed just walk over there anyway, no distraction. So it didn't matter. Like they just better do that for no reason and embarrass herself. I'm like, bro, that's fucked up.
That's true. And she does it twice. She does it in every movie.
Before we move on, Cryptid, you once said you didn't like their outfits because you didn't like the lines and stuff. So apparently the reason the lines and stuff in there because this suit right they're wearing are made of the same material that the astronaut stuff is. Under like the big part of the suit.
Gotcha. Well,
why does Reed not have a collar, bro? Why is he the only one without a collar?
Yeah, it's right there.
What? That's what? Oh, that's the final suit?
No, that's the one he goes to talk to Galactus though.
Oh, okay.
You know what? You know how they can solve all their problems? Just get Squirrel Girl in this movie.
No, I think visually the reason he's not wearing the collar.
No, they ruined Squirrel Girl recently.
There's a shot where there's like
Noel or something.
What the hell are you talking about? She's just fine.
Oh.
He lost off-screen fight to like Noel or somebody a while back.
Yeah.
There's a scene. There's a scene.
King of Black.
There's a
King
scene.
of Black. Who hasn't lost in King of Black?
Go ahead, Jake.
There's a scene where they all have their suits and Reed the only one without a collar. I wonder if that's like a visual representation that he feels isolated and guilty about what he did. So like I wonder if
That's
that's
how
like
I took it.
Yeah.
And the
It
other
sounds-
meeting, just be like, well, he's the leader, so he looks different, like an
Yeah.
asshole.
He-
But
he's-
Well, he is an
it
asshole.
Jake,
I don't know
Jake,
about this one.
Jake,
Well,
it sounds like you want to do the honors of putting a collar on Reed yourself, man.
well, I
That's
gotta
what it sounds like.
put him in check, you know. Before
No,
he
it's
becomes-
just like it's just like the team's energy. It throws it off,
Mhm.
and like if he feels isolated, stuff, I think that's fine. Like that's a narrative reason to it. That's fine. But if it's just I'm the leader, so I decide to have all blue, like fuck you, bro. We did already talk about friends and family and shit, and you decided to be different.
Yeah, because you're the family. I'm just a helper. I'm the friend of the family.
We still
I do the weird science stuff.
we still didn't get a full look at Galactus. I'm actually glad they're saving it.
Oh yes, definitely
Like,
good.
look. I don't mind if they show you like the full look at the final trailer, just like the one scene. But I don't want any of the fights.
Let's try our best to save the Galactus appearance for when we actually watch the movie itself. But
I just want you to
know
see the
way
back-
things- Go
I
ahead.
want you to see the back of Galactus, and then the moment you're about to see his face, he turns into a storm.
I have to hit the back button, but I don't want any of the fight into the final trailer.
Dude.
So we're probably gonna get one more, or at least like one, like a 1 minute, 30-minute trailer. I want 1 minute, 30-second trailer.
Yeah.
I don't want any of the
unfortunately-
fight. You can do one full reveal of the full body, but that's it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Austin, the way these things work is like we're definitely going to see his face like in a promotional piece.
No, I already know.
I'll keep you
I already
guys
seen it.
posted from
I already seen
Comic
it.
Con.
hmm
No, Kurt, it's already in the promotional stuff. I already seen it. I just
Oh,
mean I don't
okay.
want like the full like reveal of him on Earth, like him walking, like the full body shot. I don't want to see that in the movie
Yeah.
for the movie. I want that
Yeah.
reveal and a full like Galactus arriving on Earth stuff. I want that in the movie. If you want to show us anything else, give us a little bit of the Silver Surfer fight, I guess. But other than that, I have to see I want the full IMAX visual of Galactus first showed up in theater.
I want Reed to be like a fucking asshole. I want to be like, Galactus, wait, I know you want to eat Earth, but I have a portal to the multiverse. You could eat that Earth over there. Just give us you Earth over there. Just like, go eat that one.
Yeah.
The Avengers
mean,
Doomsday, the first thing they have to do is fight Galactus. Would be
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, Jake. To
Doom,
be fair,
Doom trying to take over the
Jake-
universe over there on that Earth. Go ahead.
Jake, to be fair, that should be the reaction of any Earthling with regards to their planet. You know, come on, you know.
Fuck
No,
fuck
not
that Earth over
everybody.
there. Go kill them. We didn't do anything.
Yeah. As the expression goes, is you or me at a butthole, and it sure as beat not gonna be me. You know? So, one thing we forgot to talk about actually. Wait, Austin, you want to say something?
We didn't see any more John Malkovich in this trailer.
Who?
John Malkovich in the first trailer, he probably playing Red Ghost or something.
Red Ghost from the gate. Oh man, I remember fighting me.
He was not in the trailer at all.
A D-list. You're talking about a D-list character, like hardly anybody.
Wow.
I know, but if he's showing up, I think he's gonna be more than just like the opening fight. You know what I mean? So like,
So you're telling me we're going to get a Red Ghost reference before we ever get Mole Man into the picture, man? Seriously?
yeah, because he's been casted. We saw him in the first trailer. What do you mean?
And listen, Red Ghost was my dog because I fought him in Fantastic Four 2, Rise of the Silver Surfer, the video game. He was cool.
Also, this Fantastic Four like established, they can easily just do like a montage of them fighting villains, in their universe.
Yes.
They've clearly been established heroes for years at this point.
And then just casually
Like,
showed Thanos. They showed Thanos just dead on the ground. We killed him too.
That'd be
It was not that hard.
That
It was not that
funny
hard.
as
It was the four of us to do it.
Yeah, he showed up, and I just kind of shot him with a gun.
Yeah, shot him in the head. He was like,
Hey
"Oh."
Jake, I'm gonna send you something in your DMs. It's from Twitter. I want on live. I need your reaction to this. Okay?
Yeah, better be worth. Better be worth.
Gotcha.
the conversation.
It will be worth your time.
There's also here's another thing that's worth a conversation. So yeah, in this trailer, it is fully stated that Sue is pregnant. Now,
Slay.
question.
Bro, the worst kept secret of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, what a fucking
So-
shocker, Jake. Go look at your DMs.
Here's the question: is it going to be Franklin or Valeria?
It's
Who's
gonna be
older in the
Franklin.
comics?
It's
Mhm.
Franklin.
Well,
Exactly.
is it confirmed?
Yeah, we saw every concept art with the baby had a boy in it.
Oh, okay. If it was a boy, okay, all right.
Yeah,
Just
I'll
wanted
go
to
It would
check
make no sense to
Hey.
do Valeria the kid genes before Franklin. Especially you're also
Mhm.
doing in the Galactus movie, who Franklin's connected to. His birth is going to be
Gotcha.
connected to Galactus one way or another in this movie.
Gotcha.
Jake,
So.
look at your DMs.
I did. I
For
sent it
all
to
we know,
all.
credit for all we know, the cosmic energy in her belly might be attracting this nigga.
What's your thoughts?
Gross.
Yeah.
Did you say gross?
It's
I
gross.
feel like you did that expecting some big response, knowing Jake and me would not care.
Mhm.
But it's great though. It's great.
Mhm.
Audience, if you don't know, I just sent a picture of what Doctor Doom and Reed Richards would potentially look like in one of the future topics I will be talking about, where Doctor Doom is in a thong bikini, and Reed
I do
Richards is
not need
fucking
to see
lame in an E equals MC squared swim trunks and a fucking
But
lab
see,
coat.
let it be Emma Frost in a slightly
There you
clad
go.
outfit. But
There
Twitter
you
loses
go,
their mind.
Jake. Jake, thanks for saving the day from that glimpse, man. So okay. But anything
I
else,
think
Mr. Drill?
that's everything, to be honest. Like we talked about the
Yeah.
public, we talked about every member, we talked about the two villains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Audience. I wanted to say this. Like, I originally didn't want to see this trailer because you know how I am. What movies I'm excited for. I just want to keep a little bit of surprise for it. But when I saw Silver Surfer, our full body shot of her, I'm like, okay, yeah, I kind of have to see this for the.
Don't watch
for
the next one. I'll tell you if it's okay.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But
Because
if
right
they're
now,
going to spoil anything big, it's going to be in the last one.
gotcha. Because I already get the sense of what Act 1, 2, and 3 will be now. So, hey, we all are aware they give the prize shots in the trailers nowadays. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, there is one shot here that I do. Every time we're about to stop, I just think of something else. There's one shot. You see right here, this read right here.
Mm-hmm.
This suit he has on was next to a suit that's made for the Thing Ben as a giant
Ooh.
rock man.
Ooh,
So
okay.
I think we're going to get the first, I think we're going to get a scene when they go to the Galactic ship, like straight up, flighting ship.
Ooh.
Because we get a scene where they're flying somewhere and you see a planet get messed up. I think after Silver Surfer shows up and tells them about Galactus is coming, they go out into space to figure out what's going on. And they see this man devour a planet firsthand.
Austin, I would love for them to do this one moment from Earth's Mightiest Heroes, right? When they do go to Galactus' ship and they're walking on what they think is a tunnel in the ship, right? But it was actually a conduit because Galactus is so big that they can only walk on on his conduit. I'm like, dang.
Basically, that's kind of what I want. I want them to keep the stupid shape and everything, bro. I don't want them to change anything. I want the dumb rectangle crap piece shape that thing had.
Yeah, dude, Galactus has to be 100% faithful. Like, I don't want to have like a situation where the voice feels like it's throwing me off.
I don't talk like a normal guy.
You're talking about Thing and stuff. Like, Galactus is probably the only person whose voice will throw me off if it's not that cosmic level stuff. To be honest,
I want to just be like, I'll be like, hey guys, I'm going to eat your planet. So,
oh god,
I want the Team 4-star brawler.
Hey, what's your power level? I don't know.
Your planet.
You're gonna eat your planet. What's your power level?
Gotcha.
Silver Surfer, have you prepared the planet for my arrival? Thank you.
So that's why they've been hiding Galactus from the trailers all this time. Then, okay.
But yeah, we gotta move on.
Yeah. All right, guys.
We've been talking about this for 30 minutes.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the next topic, guys.
Oh yeah, so I did this just because I knew we have a lot of topics. There's a lot of Star Wars stuff we got now, so it was kind of crazy.
Gotcha.
But Star Wars Zero Company is an XCOM game. I was excited for it when I actually saw the trailer. So basically, it's like you're like, man, y'all too busy worried about the war. The guys with sticks and shit. Let me tell you the real heroes. Like, hey, whoa. While they were out there in the trenches, We were slightly to the left.
If you look
slightly to the left.
If you watch the Clone Wars episode and then change your TV slightly to the left, you'll see we're on the screen. We're on the screen. Right now.
That's basically what the trailer said. That shit was so funny. Oh, like, you know what? If it's $40 like usually XCOM games are, I'll buy it. I'll try to get it. Because that's
I have to step out for a bit. I'll be right back.
I want to see where Anakin and Ahsoka are just riding into battle, and then there's just a guy on the left that's like, Anakin, we're going in too, and he's just like not acknowledging them.
And this is pod racing. You just look up his face and I'm like, yep, that is. I really hope they stick with that. I think that'd be hilarious. He's like side mission stuff right next to the main guy. You know, the Anakin guy is pretty cool. Hope he doesn't kill some kids or something.
Bro, the Bad Batch got acknowledged before the Zero Company. That's a sad sight to see, bro.
Yeah, man. I really the reason I mainly brought this up because me and Jake played Marvel Midnight Suns. It was a great game, but because it was turn-based XCOM stuff, people didn't like it. Or no, I didn't want to say
no, it's because the cards. It's because people saw cards,
but people saw the cards and turn-based stuff, and they were turned off.
It was like, oh, cards. I don't play shit with cards. How's that work?
But it was a great game. This made by the same people, so I'm hoping this is just as good. I really hope they keep the same level of writing, bro. I don't think anything's ever going to come close to the book club, but I really want to see that. I really want to put a random book club in every game.
Star Wars book club and speak about random shit. Yeah, I found this book on Darth Plagueis.
There's a Darth Plagueis. You can't tell me. It's the tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise. How you feel about that?
It's a Sith legend. I found it in the Jedi archive. I mean, in the Sith archives.
That'll be 10 out of 10 jokes. All right, go to the next thing.
Did I miss anything?
Yeah, go to the next thing.
Oh, we're moving on to the next topic already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought the Star Wars thing was going to be bigger than this, but okay.
Oh, wait. Was that the only picture you used for like all the Star Wars stuff?
That's all I saw.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, man. I thought it was just one of many. Yeah, I will go about all the stuff there.
Oh, man.
By the way, shout out to
like
some of my X-Men homies who went to Japan for the Star Wars celebration. Fuck you guys for getting to go to Japan, but have fun because I saw you guys went to Disney Sea and I want to go.
Which walk me through this. X-Men people going to a Star Wars convention in Japan.
Yes.
Weirdo.
You can like multiple fucking things, dude.
I know, but I mean, they will just call them Star Wars fans for the purposes of that discussion.
Because I need to give context and I don't want to out everyone that I know.
Okay.
But shout out. See you guys at Uncanny. Assholes, you get to go.
I sent multiple pictures, so I didn't know what to use or not. I should have asked before we did this. But okay. Star Wars Visions Season 3 got announced, and they're doing sequel. Fuck you. And they're doing sequel episodes. So like the top 3 episodes of the other seasons. So I thought that was fun. We're getting one of them is also getting their own show. The Ninth Bride is getting their own anime. I thought that was great. We got Star Wars Starfighter starring Ryan Gosling. We just set after Rey and all the other bullshit. It's like 5 years after.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
So it's gonna be our first step forward in the Star Wars universe, I guess. Since the last one.
They were making such a big deal about the sequels. Like, bro, if you just put like a Clone War style show, you just build out that era. I promise you, 30 years from now, people will be like, "Oh,
this is a movie, sir. Get it right."
Oh, well, no. I'm saying like if they have to make a show or like a movie or something, but like make a show first, like a Clone Wars show.
We tried. It was Resistance. They didn't like it.
Well, that was because you fucked up the animation, bro.
They didn't know about when they Kazai. What's the guy's name?
Because damn, I knew it until you said something. Kazuno.
Kazuna. They don't know about the greatest.
Kazuna. We called him by the wrong name. It was like Kazuno or something.
Yeah, like Kazuna or something. But yeah, Star Wars Visions getting their season 3. I just talked about the Starfighter. Taika Waititi's Star Wars thing is still happening for some reason.
Because he's the GOAT.
This is alongside James Mangold's prequel and some other stuff. I'm like, that's still going on? I was so confused when they brought his name up.
Because he's the GOAT. He made Thor 4.
I think it's funny that D&D gets theirs canceled, but he keeps his.
I never
After
know.
the film movie.
He made Thor 4. I keep him on.
Yeah, they didn't like it.
Oh man, I like how Jake is like thinking that's a badge of accomplishment.
But
Thor 4, bro. It
had
rhymes. Thor 4. What do you
we got the Dark Maul TV show. What was it called? Shadow something?
Shadow of Intent.
That's
No.
awesome. I'm uploading all the pictures actually right now. Hold on.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I sleep on the Maul show, bro. I because for the
No,
same
you
reason.
don't, bro. You love Maul. Yeah, Dark Maul, Shadow Lord.
No, here's the thing. Like once you killed the character, I've already, and I've seen the life and times of this character before. I don't need to go back.
You didn't see the time. This is the times.
I saw him in Clone Wars. He had a whole arc in Clone Wars and a whole arc.
You did not see him fight Grievous yet. This is gonna be in the show.
Okay. I see.
Like
Wait,
a lot of his greatest shit for the comics apparently gonna be in the show. I really want to see it.
Okay.
I'm so excited. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna fight Grievous. Oh, we're gonna see like Grievous kill all the Night Sisters and stuff. That's important to Jedi Survivor.
Unless if it's like Kenobi and it's just a watered down version of the shit you want to see. Okay.
Yeah. My understanding is going to show Grievous fight the Night Sisters, which is important to you remember Marin's whole story.
And then it's like maybe, but then it's like how Disney does bad guys, and they're the main characters. Like, we're gonna like make them seem like good people. I'm not saying that.
No. To be fair, to be fair, in this situation, Maul was the good guy because he was returning home to defend his people versus Grievous.
I don't need to see Maul as
a
good guy, man.
I'm not saying he was acting like a good guy. I'm saying, in the terms of who's the better person,
he was the justifiable crash out.
He was justifiably crashing out. Grievous was killing his people.
I don't know. I have no interest. But listen, it's a story. It can always impress me. It can always change my mind. I just at the moment, it doesn't have no.
Everyone doesn't have to wait and see, because for all we know, they could be like, "Hey, this is the sequel to Han Solo." Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Maul sort of be in this sequel to that. Then everyone just be mad. But go to the next thing.
Yeah. Which one?
Just go to the next thing. Let's just see what it is. Oh, yeah, Zeb is one of Jake's freaky little friends. He's gonna be in Ahsoka season 2. You're like every other rebel person she done stole from to add to her show.
Let me tell you about my boy Zeb. Zeb is from Star Wars Rebels, the de facto best Star Wars show. Some will say Clone Wars, and I'm here saying you only say that because Clone Wars has hype moments. Okay, but Rebels was a consistently good show, and that's why it's better than Clone Wars. Okay, it had
I only watched a little bit of it, so I can't give an opinion.
It had a great main cast. My favorite cast of Star Wars characters in all of Star Wars, all the movies, all the
not better than Cal.
Favorite. No, the Jedi aren't better than Cal, but in terms of like, I want to watch them every day. It was Kanan and Ezra, bro, the father-son duo, bro. They had each other's backs, okay? Anyway, so ever since Ahsoka came out, as Austin was alluding to, and I talked over him, the Ahsoka came out, and this was basically like Rebels season 5, but with Ahsoka in it, kind of, and it wasn't that good. And despite didn't Dave?
It was definitely worth the middle of the road. And
even the characters that had they butchered Sabine's character in that show, which was weird.
I hated everything she did, Griffin. It was so bad.
Which is weird.
I was so bad.
Which is weird because did Dave Filoni write this? Isn't this Dave Filoni's baby? Yeah.
Yep.
He wrote this, but Sabine acted like antithetical to who she was as a character in the show.
And when it gets she went from being a Mandalorian to learning to be a Jedi in the show. But she still went everything she knew about Mandalorian. Like it was just basically a whole different fight style. It's like, no, just combine them both. So we have the best of both worlds. Don't throw away what people like about you to embrace this new shit that people didn't want.
Yeah, it was and it's also just her characterization was weird because it was like in the show she looks like she's like an angsty teen character, but she's actually pretty level-headed, all things considered. Like she's tough.
But she's a grown-ass woman.
Yeah, she it's like, but she's level-headed. She listens to orders from her team. She respects the chain of command on her team and shit like that. But all of a sudden in the show, she can't follow orders for any reason, which is just unlike Sabine. The only time she had a problem with authority was when Kanan was teaching her to be a Jedi. It was really just because he was just like, but I'm not a Jedi. Like, I can't fight like you. I don't, that's stupid. So, but yeah. But
Didn't
Zeb,
matter in this show.
yeah. Zeb is back, live action, and it's cool. He looks cool. He looks like the character from the show. Yeah, good.
Not this picture. Oh yeah, the best character in the show was named Balin Skull, and the actor died.
Oh my God, Balin Skull. Oh, yo, Lord rest his soul.
And they replaced him with they replaced him with the Hound from Game of Thrones. Yeah, if you know who that is. But I didn't want you to know. When we found out that guy died, we were so fucking sad.
No, cryptic, because Balin Skull was like the villain who just did the most logical thing at any logical time. like any situation, he would make the most logical decision. He would lead the good guys up the chance if he could. Like he would just kill him. If it wasn't for plot, Ahsoka would have been dead. Okay.
Yeah, bro, he was so great. And his goal was way better like most Jedi goals. It was great. But this is the ninth bride. I brought this up earlier. So she has an episode of season 1. She's gonna have a follow-up episode of season 3, and then she's getting her own show. I did not think this episode was that goddamn popular. The episode I thought was gonna get an episode 2 was the duel. Not the duel, the twins. What was Studio Trigger? People would be such hits as Promare. And
I love Promare. We should watch
and
Promare.
other stuff. But their episode was like the most anime Star Wars episode you could have possibly done. Where they had a guy cryptid. They had a kid get like a rainbow crystal for his lightsaber, and he cut through a whole Star Destroyer. That's like a planet-sized
Also,
ship.
Cartoon Saloon made an episode too. I thought that was cool.
Cryptid. It was like a planet-sized ship he cut through with that sword.
Jeez.
And I was like, if anyone was going to another episode, it's going to be this one. But surprisingly, it wasn't. The Ninth Bride was it's like a straightforward Jedi episode, so I guess it's pretty good, to be fair. Next thing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so I got these pictures. This is for Fortnite. Fortnite's already doing this Star Wars thing, and Mace Windu. And it's Mace Windu fighting Palpatine, bro. And I was like, come on.
Rematch.
But it's Mace Windu's first return in anything. I think it's Clone Wars. I thought it was and people act like it was a big deal, so I brought it up. Go to the next picture. Jar Jar is canon to Fortnite Star Wars. And don't forget, Cryptid, Fortnite Star Wars is canon to Star Wars because the message that Palpatine gave in the beginning of the third movie, where they're like, oh, Palpatine let the universe know he was alive, that's in Fortnite. That's where that's from. That's the message he gave.
Oh my
God. So this is technically canon. That Jar Jar is Dark Jar Jar. This is why he was the key to all things. George Lucas was right, and it took him 50 years.
I just like how somebody just made that video up like about Dark Jar Jar this whole time, probably for fun, and look what was evolved to audience.
It actually should have. The fact that he did all that dumb shit in that first movie, and in the second movie just gave the world to Palpatine. Like in the third movie, told you he was Dark Jar Jar, I would have wanted to believe it.
Yeah.
But
oh man,
this is gonna be fun. I don't play Fortnite anymore, but I almost came back for this game.
Real quick. Actually, it would have been the inverse of how Yoda was introduced in the because this idiot, and then you find out he's like the wisest man in the galaxy.
I'm like, that could have been like a really cool misdirection as a side villain plot.
Yeah,
they could have been in Clone Wars. Fuck all that other shit. Go next picture. If it isn't anymore.
I think that's it. That's it, actually.
Okay, yeah, we'll go next topic then.
All right, we hope you had your fill of Star Wars, audience. So now let's go somewhere a little swampier.
It's weird.
Hold on. Let me look at the topic name real quick. I don't even know what this topic even was. Give me a second.
There's a
But
thing,
this
man.
is not my topic.
There's a thing, man.
What was
Okay,
it?
I'll do it. I'll do it. Man Thing originally was supposed to be in Thunderbolts audience.
I'm glad he showed up in Werewolf by Night because Ted was way cooler in Werewolf by Night.
That was threw me off because the director says he wanted him, but another project is going to use him, and it worked out for the best. But when this guy got onto Thunderbolts, World by Night was already out, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay.
I think.
So if
I
you're
think,
talking about another upcoming product,
I think if he had his way, 100% Man Thing was gonna die. I think Man Thing is gonna be the sacrificial lamb on some Groot shit.
no, we're not doing that dumb shit that Suicide Squad keeps doing. Okay, if anything, we're gonna follow the Suicide Squad, and who's gonna be the shark and live.
No joking, guys. But if this movie ends up not doing as well as they expected it to be, I would say they have nobody to blame but themselves because they really had a blank slate for the roster of Thunderbolts, but they ultimately chose this. You know?
Yeah, they had me. They could have put me on the Thunderbolts. Yo, I would have
They
teamed
could
up with
put me
y'all.
in the
Like,
Thunderbolts. I could beat Void. I could beat Sentry. No problem.
Yo.
Look at me.
They had so many side characters to choose from to make this team up. You know?
You don't understand. Me and John Walker, we would have done combos on Sentry, bro. Combos on the
Bro,
Void.
I could beat
Me and
Sentry
him.
single-handedly.
Could
Trust me. I don't need anyone else. Everyone else could just chill out in the background watching. I'm gonna beat his ass.
To be fair, for the story they're telling about mental health and recovering, all that stuff, they didn't pick a bad roster for that specifically. It's just not a Thunderbolts roster. I got a Thunderbolts thing.
Okay.
Yeah, where's Songbird?
We have a
Songbird. Wait, you want a spoiler?
No.
Hold on. We have a comment from the chat from our buddy
Hey, Tony.
I'm very excited to see Taskmaster and Thunderbolts.
Me too.
Die.
I'm about to start banning this nigga, bro.
I'm finishing that sentence for you, Tony. I'm very excited to see Taskmaster and Thunderbolts die. There.
What are you talking about?
No.
But
what are you talking about?
This is not a spoiler, but there is a actress of darker descent. I don't know what she is, but her name is Mel. Songbird's name is Melissa.
Oh yeah, I heard of that theory. I've heard of that little Easter egg.
That's not confirmed. I think it's kind of weird, but it might be a thing.
But that just actually makes the whole thing weirder because like not a lot of people were digging the characters that they chose because as you said, this isn't a Thunderbolts team. But then to all of a sudden go and add like a actual OG Thunderbolts member as an Easter egg.
Side Easter egg thing. That's weird.
Yeah, you know. So I don't know what the point of that was in that case, you know.
But I saw the video of the witch. One of the TV spots it had what's his name? Sentry talking about how he was abused, weaponized, and experimented on, just like Bucky, just like Yelena. I can hate her. I can't stand her name. Just like Taskmaster. They're like all these people, and I think like their connection they were going for. So I get why they chose this team. They just needed a different name. I think it would have been fine if they chose a different name.
Okay, you know, you could have chosen a different mission, just saying, you know, other than starting off with Sentry, you know, to kind of justify, okay, this is why Sentry fits well with this selected.
I think this is why they chose this type of story. Is what I'm saying.
Well, you guys will tell me how it is, because once again, I'm not watching this movie, audience. So yeah.
Hater.
They should, you know what? In my personal opinion, they should have nerfed Void because there ain't no way he's breaking John Walker's shield, bro. My glorious king, John Walker's shield doesn't break in the face of adversity, bro. That's why I'm gonna be with him, and we're gonna fight the Void together. God damn it!
No. You know they already screwed up John Walker long before the trailer came out.
No, I agree. Man. That's why I'm teaming up with him in this movie. You're gonna see me pull up, okay? Austin had his cameo. It's my turn, okay?
No, it's my turn. I'm gonna be in the Thunderbolts movie, okay?
You remember Captain America? You remember Steve and Bucky versus Iron Man? That's gonna be Jake punching him to the knee of the wall. Okay, it's gonna be legit like that. They're gonna be
After
it's
after
gonna be a
this
straight
movie,
wall. The guy punching him into it.
I'm gonna kick
After
off
you
the
guys
wall
watch-
and kick the wood in the face.
yeah.
John's gonna come
After
from the
this
other
movie,
side.
guys, I want you guys to tell me a justifiable reason why they didn't give John Walker's adamantium shield. A justifiable one.
You think? Well,
Yeah,
you know,
he
actually,
doesn't deserve it?
You're right. Because the problem is the void is too strong. If he can break adamantium, he's too strong. Obviously, he's
that
all
was
the Avengers put together can't break adamantium. So why can he?
Yeah,
God
the one defense that could possibly hold this team up against a god. Yeah, well, why don't
Well,
give
after
Johnny
that, isn't
that-
strong vibranium anymore. I don't really think that's impressive.
Well, I mean, it's to show the testament of the power of
I agree.
adamantium.
That's why they should have nerfed the void.
I
The void-
promise you, if they did that, they would just use it to show how strong Sentry is.
That's why he's too
Just
strong.
saying, I want a justifiable reason from each of you guys.
He's too strong.
No?
I agree with you. He's too strong. I don't like it.
So,
Shut up.
Alright,
Shut up, Jake.
She always said Austin for no reason. I didn't do anything.
I didn't say jack shit. Let's move on.
From now on this channel, Reed Richards, I hate him with my last breath. John Walker from the MCU, my glorious king. Okay,
Shut up.
that's what we're doing.
Jada Shiva, my glorious John Walker.
My glorious John Walker. I'm pushing agendas, bro.
All right. Well, okay, audience. I guess with that, we're done
Well,
with the
how about
meeting.
we didn't even talk about Man Thing?
No, we didn't.
Oh, well,
What the fuck
what
are we
else
talking about?
is there?
There wasn't much
I
to talk about Man Thing. I don't even know
I
why this
don't-
was a topic.
I only think, I think I kind of agree with Jake. The more I think about it, he would have been there to die. Because what they would have did was use his power on Sentry, most likely, and then avoid the freaked out of murder. Like, full on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything is bad. If you don't fear the Man Thing will burn you, Bob's going to freak out and then knock this dude's head off.
Yep. And plus, because he's a plant like Groot, you can always say, oh, he gets killed off, but he just plant his seed somewhere else. There you go. Yeah.
It's just funny they didn't do the Nexus of Reality stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have to save some good material for Man Thing in the future.
Shut
Well,
up.
maybe
I know, but it's like you're doing like the
Mhm.
encourages and stuff, and that would have been like an interesting way to like try to fight it. I don't know.
Mhm. Gotcha. So, alright then. Any final thoughts on this before we move on?
I want
No.
to pet Man Thing.
Yo, wait till I pull up, bro. I'm the final Thunderbolt. When Taskmaster dies,
You know,
I'm here.
Take
Austin,
the
did
picture
you
of the
mute
mask
yourself
and
for
put
a
it on.
sec? Did you mute yourself for a sec there, man? I want a pet Man Thing.
Hey, I could have brought his son Boy Thing. But I didn't.
Just
Remember when
saying.
Blade put Boy Thing on?
Okay, let's move on to something
Exactly.
slightly more.
That's that Jason Aaron's Avengers. Blame him.
Okay, audience, let's move on to something that's slightly more tasteful than this. So,
Tasteful.
let's
Hey,
go
it's
on.
my turn. Hello, harlots, sluts, and gooners alike. Okay, are you guys excited? Because the 90s are back, and we finally have
Yay.
a new swimsuit special, guys. Marvel was
Ew.
nice enough.
Yay, variant covers that are actually
what
going
the
to sell,
fuck?
audience.
No,
This is actually a variant cover. I don't know why you didn't choose the main cover.
I was about to say,
Oh.
hell no. Why the fuck
Yeah.
is Mary Jane wearing Spider-Man's outfit?
Oh, funny you
I'm
should
gonna
bring
hate
that
it.
up, Austin. I
Get
find that
that dumb shit out of here.
Yo, wait,
Austin,
imagine-
I find that so funny that Marvel's been trying to separate Mary Jane from Peter for so much, giving her own costume, her own identity, and basically telling fans there's no way they're getting back together. But here in this variant cover, let's give her a Spider-Man themed bikini.
Yo, how does Paul feel knowing she's wearing her ex's swimsuit? Like she's wearing ex's face on his
How does he
like,
feel
she
knowing that
actually-
she's
I think I
wearing
can
her his
remember.
ex?
If I can remember, I think in the original she showed up like 3 different times.
Yeah.
One of them was with Peter, another one was with Aunt May, and then I think another one was just her by herself. I can't remember what she was
It was.
wearing.
Well, she is a model, which after all,
It's usually the Spider-Man related stuff, but
And you
she's
know
not
what's
with
funny?
Spider-Man.
Did you?
Own
Okay,
stuff.
Cryptid. Did you put all the covers that we
I-
have so far?
there were 5
He better
images in
not.
total.
Can you put the
yeah.
one with Psylocke on it?
Yes. Do-do-do-do.
I know
Here
you
we
can't
go.
tell, but Peter here, he looks fucking ugly.
Bro, why the fuck they're like Norman
Yo.
Osborn with a wig on?
He's
To be
fucking
honest,
ugly. Like Psylocke's over here looking beautiful, ethereal, you know, in her swimsuit and all, and then Peter's just ugly here.
I was about to say, you think anybody's looking at Peter in this cover? Everybody's gonna be looking at Psylocke. Come on.
Okay,
Yeah,
can you
you
go
know, you
to
realize
the
women
can you
like
go to
male
the
eye
Scott
candy
Summers
too.
one?
Okay, Scott Summers. All right, here we go.
You know what Scott looks like. Yeah, I love this cover. Russell Dodderman, I love you. I just need to know. I just need to let you know that I love you. I love your art. This looks killer. Okay, so it's coming out in July 9th specifically, and I have one main fear and one main fear only.
What?
They're only gonna put the super duper popular like B-list and A-list characters.
Hey,
But in the original one, they put a lot of fucking characters in here, regardless on how popular they were. Like, you got to see Doc Samson like at least 3 times. At least like 3 or 4
name
times.
someone who isn't on isn't on your main squad who you'll like in the book.
Yes. I'm holding one of my longtime followers, Bacon, up to this. But if Northstar makes an appearance in this book, I'm changing my Twitter profile picture to it. Trust.
I said not in your main team.
Yeah.
He's not in any books. He hasn't been in a book.
I said in your main team.
Yeah.
My main team. I need people from my main team to be in this book, okay?
Obviously, that's why I said pick someone who isn't to show up.
I don't know. Put Karma in the book. Shit, you could be cool. She could be cool. You don't know who Karma is?
I do. That's why I said what the fuck.
Yeah, put her in.
You know what?
Don't just put the A-listers in here. Put people from
How about
like
this?
D
Put
and
Meryl in the book. I want to see Meryl, her bones out in a bikini.
Put Wild Child in the book.
Don't do that.
Wait, you want?
Put
you
Wire in the book. Put Wire, Mr. Gingivitis.
Put Goop in the book.
You're saying you want somebody whose name is Child to be?
He's an adult man. He's like in his
put man thing in the book.
Man.
They call him Wild Man. That case.
No,
take the child out.
He chose Wild Child. He chose to stay as Wild Child. He went
that
by
child
Weapon
needs to be a
Omega
man.
and Wildheart. I don't know why he's still going by Wild Child. He is not a child. He is a grown ass man. Cryptid. Do not test my patience.
The same reason Supergirl still goes by
his
girl.
name.
It's branding. Also, Wild Man is a picture of another character.
Okay.
He is an adult. I promise you that. But regardless.
Also, which you like this picture, I don't. I'll tell you right now, there's no way in hell that Scott does not shave. There's no timeline where this nigga is as hairy as Wolverine. I don't buy that.
Yeah.
You know how a lot of the gay artists work.
This man definitely shaves.
It could be worse.
I'm actually surprised they didn't put Wolverine creeping in this fucking photo.
Ha! I'm surprised with that too. But I think it's funny. Can you go back to the first picture that you put with the surfboards? Yeah. I just think it's funny that they put Carol next to Rogue on this cover because if you know about their history, I think that's just kind of funny.
Yeah, of course. That was intentional.
No. It's more like, why the fuck are you here without your goddamn collar on, Rogue? This is the most dangerous shit you can do. Keep asking trying to murder people.
Switch with Mary Jane. Switch me with her.
Yeah.
Look, if there's any character in Marvel audience that will be justified in having a restraining order against another superhero, it will be Carol Rogue.
And you know what's funny? Another funny thing about this picture is that She-Hulk is literally wearing like one of her normal suits, just cut a boob and a side window.
Yeah, they just literally removed the white on the side and made it green.
Yeah, so you're telling me she's perfect. She was perfect the way she always was, audience.
Nothing needs to be changed. Also, Black Widow has a major improvement from the first one because I did not like her swimsuits from the first one. I'm just gonna be 100% real with you. I did not like it. I think it was just for the time, but that's just me. That's just me personally.
I don't like how they went to try to fuse Carol's current captain with her Miss Marvel thing.
Yeah.
For bikini. Because if you look at her neck, you see the red, but the rest of the actual black leotard.
This just looks like an old Ms. Marvel. This looks like her
That's what I'm
old Ms. Marvel
saying.
costume.
Knowing that she hates, like she doesn't like that era stuff, it feels weird if you put her in that before the bikini.
Well, this is just here for fan service. If the Mary Jane Spider-Man inspired bikini isn't indicator enough,
Don't worry, we're not looking at her. She's
this
like
is
down
the-
the corner for me.
This
But
is
no,
the
she
artist
does
want to
have a
give eye
bikini look
candy.
in the main cover. Go back to the main cover.
Okay, main cover.
Yeah, that one. Carol is wearing a bikini while she has T'Challa
Where the
on
fuck
her
is Carol?
shoulders.
Oh,
With
I did
T'Challa.
not know that. Yeah, I
no,
did
she had
not.
that black in her hair. I didn't know that was Carol.
Yeah, I
hair's
didn't know
wet.
that
Look
was
at
Carol
Steve.
either. That
Look
looks
at
like
Steve.
green.
Yeah, no, I see her the star on her titty now. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I cannot imagine these people actually. Agreed.
Yeah,
like, I cannot see Natasha and T'Challa actually being down to play chicken.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen Natasha because they like to do out of character
Yeah.
shit with Natasha all the time. Now, I'm not surprised anymore, to be honest.
Also, is that
There's no way
Bruce?
T'Challa doing. Yeah,
Is
Bruce.
that Bruce Banner?
He's
in
wearing the
back?
Hulk pants. Yeah, he's wearing the Hulk pants.
That's funny. I
Yep.
like that. He's just chilling. You know, he has to keep his blood pressure down.
Mm-hmm.
If that's
Yeah,
Black Widow, who the hell
It
is
is Black
who the
Widow.
hell is body camera? Who is body camera?
It is Black Widow. Oh,
Who's looking at us?
that's
Oh,
Janet.
Wasp.
That's Janet Van
Wasp.
Dyne.
Yeah.
This
Who
is
else could it be?
This is a
Okay.
brunette woman.
Literally,
Yeah, who else
she's
can it
the
be?
reason. So can I read
Literally
the,
anybody.
can I
Her
read
hair
the
looks
little
exactly like
description?
Black Widow's over there.
Can I read the description for what we have
Go.
from this?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, there's multiple things. So basically, it says the swimsuit special returns. Roxxon Comics is at it again when they release their own unauthorized swimsuit special. Wasp is on the case and seizes the opportunity for Marvel's heroes to do their own swimsuit fashion shoot all over the world. But fear not, true believers. We know what you're really here for. The supersized special features splash page after splash page of gorgeous art, but with a story so you can pretend you're quote unquote reading it for the articles. No one's quote unquote reading it for the articles, bitch.
I
Don't-
am.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bitch,
I
you're
like
really
to
reading
see. I want to
it
know
from
how Watts brings down Roxxon. Those motherfuckers been ruining Thor book for like 3 years now.
Wait,
Austin,
okay,
that's
I
like
actually
someone
don't
saying
know
they
who this
read
person
Playboy for
is.
the advertisements.
I do that too.
Who's this redhead next to Tony?
I was about to ask you that.
I don't know who that is. I'm trying to look
That's
at the
not her
earrings.
response.
Wanda?
Oh, it should be.
Oh, it
That's
could be
Scarlet
Wanda.
Witch.
It could be Wanda.
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, that's the only person I can think of.
It could be
Scarlet
Electra.
Witch
No,
there
I
is
don't think it could be
Manitoba.
Electra. Audience,
Nah,
place your
I-
bets in the
I'm not
comments.
sure.
I think it's supposed to be Mary Jane.
I can see
Okay,
Mary.
yeah, there you go.
If you look at her wrist thing, like the jackpot thing, bracelet a little bit.
Yeah, and she's also wearing orange, so.
Mhm.
Also, Psylocke's swimsuit, low-key, could be a normal outfit that she wears in her day-to-day life, too.
I don't know if this was part of the article, but I heard that like they're using this as some material to do future skins
No.
for Marvel Rivals.
No, that's what people who wanted something to complain about made it up and started spreading around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If our rival's going to try to use these skins, most likely.
Yep.
But that wasn't why this was made.
Okay.
This was announced. This was planned like a long. This was announced like a long time ago. It just like they just never did.
Hey, it's summer. Summer's.
It was like no, I mean like we were supposed to get one like 2 years ago and they just didn't do it. So I think
okay.
they kept pushing it back.
Yeah.
You know, I will be picking this up, besties. Don't worry, I'm gonna
same
totally
here.
read it for the articles.
Wait. There's a Spider-Man pool toy in the pool. Is that man drowning?
Ta-da.
Look behind
No.
Bruce. There's a Spider-Man pool toy, but it like
Yeah,
he's
that's,
not.
that's just a
someone's
floating
drowning,
pool
bro.
toy.
No,
That's just
someone was
fucking
in there,
cool
bro.
toy.
Trust
Come
me,
on.
someone was in there. He's drowning.
Okay, if it makes you feel better, we have Black Ant in the pool too, who's just doing his usual Black Ant stuff. So there.
I agree with that. Let's go.
Okay. But yeah, audience, that's the summer swimsuit variant edition. Wow, for once in a while, audience, Marvel could justify a variant lineup. Wow.
Also,
Right?
audience, just remember, Cryptid assumed that Wild Child was an actual child.
False advertisement on the name, which
How is that false advertising?
If you call yourself Wild Child, we're gonna assume you're a child
He's
Yes.
not a child. He's a grown ass
It's-
man.
Yeah.
who likes
Th-
to cosplay as a child.
He's not
Look at
cosplaying
this.
as a child.
Look at this. Look at this, Witch. Even Wally West had to take the kid out of his Flash name, So, yeah.
He's older than the twins. I'm just letting you know that. He's older than the twins.
Gotcha.
Did they give him advice on merchandising?
Okay. Well, speaking of siblings, I guess that leads on to our next topic, audience.
Oh God! Oh my God! We finally get Ultimate Quicksilver and Wanda, and I hope they don't do the twincest thing
My
again.
favorite incestual couple of all time. Let's go, y'all.
Your favorite
I
twincest
can't wait.
couple?
I can't wait for the repeat. I want Wolverine to watch it again.
No.
I think it's bro. Can you imagine his brain's already scrambled? He's just struggling, walking through the woods, and he sees this shit. They're gonna throw him off.
Also, why does Wanda look like Psylocke? Like specifically Betsy Braddock? And why does Pietro look like a bitch?
Well, question is Betsy.
He look like he farted, but he does. But he knows, and you know.
Gotcha. Question: is Psylocke in the Ultimate Universe right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yes. Specifically, Quanon, but she goes by Kanon without the W in this case.
Okay.
But yeah, she's in the Ultimate Universe.
Okay, but then what about Betsy?
Betsy, to what we know, is not in here, but this universe is still pretty new, so.
Yeah, they could do some. We are aware that some titles of characters' mantles will be given to other people in this universe. So it's funny you should bring up that one that kind of looks like Psylocke. So I mean, hey,
yeah,
all
but
we
like,
know that
look at Wanda's little magic mask thing. Like, if you see Betsy Braddock, like when she has that, or like even Quanon, like when she has it, you're like, okay, that's a little weird. Also, I think it's just the magic part, but Wanda's hair kind of looks purple, but I think that's just the magic.
Well, purple is magic for some reason. So I mean, her magic is purple for some reason. So
yeah,
she's the Scarlet Witch. That's my. That's
well,
also my
not
problem
anymore.
with like.
That thing said Ultimate Wanda.
Here, she's the Violet Witch.
No, I don't think so. But
yeah. But Quicksilver, I do gotta say this, man. He does remind me of, what was his name? Mastermind? I forgot his name from that one Disney movie. Megamind. He's giving me those vibes.
Megamind is DreamWorks.
Sorry, DreamWorks. Yeah. It was
just he looks nothing like him.
Yeah,
it was just an
obscure
villain.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
No, the grin, for some reason, it's just, maybe it's the shape of the head that it's just giving me those sorts of vibes.
Bro, he looked like he farted. He looked like he farted when you don't know it yet.
Gotcha. But yeah. We'll see what happens. I will admit, the one thing that's in this cover that's making my eyes roll is Captain America on the cover.
Bro, let that. Leave it alone.
What does
but
this
is about Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, not him.
Okay. Well, why is he on the cover then?
Because he's going to be in the book, but the topic is about them being their first reveal.
Yeah. Let me
guess. Book
review. Cap is going to be in here so that Wanda and Pietro could tell him, this is what your country has done to us, even though the country doesn't exist.
No, Cap is just going to start the kooky quartet again, because that's literally what this is. Because you have the twins and you have Hawkeye. Cap's kooky quartet. If you guys don't know what that is, Google is free. I'm not going to spoon feed everything to you. Look up Cap's kooky quartet. It's great. It was a great time. We're getting it back, guys.
I think this was a weird choice, knowing their history. I get it, probably trying to do like the Hank thing, where like, look, yeah, you see, we rewrote like right over what people do, but I don't think you should have used these two at least this early. I get that Avengers still need like more teammates and stuff, but I don't think this is the one.
Gotcha. Who are you guys?
Pietro, you look like a bitch, and I better not see no twincest happen. Okay, every time I see you guys together, you guys better be a decent amount, like away apart. I do not want to see you do any of that creepy shit.
This brings up one of my problems with the Ultimate Universe right now. Some characters are still their regular age, but some who are older or younger than them. Some people are older than them are younger than them now, for no reason.
Wow.
I mean, they did it with the original one too, but.
No, it's only in your book.
So is it my book?
What I mean is, like, anyone outside of your book, if they're regular age, But when there's the people in your book, so Cyclops in your book, so it's a child and a girl.
Hey,
Like all the major
I'm not
drastic
judging
changes
what,
to the people
I'm not
are in
judging
your
what
book.
Peach does. I trust Peach Momoko. Okay.
No, I'm not a judge. I just think it's funny. All the major real changes are in your book.
Well, some of them are the same age. Like Molly is still a teenager. You know, in this.
I like to get narrow it down because we don't know her ages anymore.
She's a teenager. Also, Armor. I know she might be older now in 616, but when she first debuted, she was around the same age that she is now. I don't know. Marvel ages are fucking weird. Also, we'll get into it later, but I still need to figure out like the family trees of all these characters because I'm still so fucking confused.
Gotcha. But alright then. Any final thoughts on this before we move on?
Pietro needs better hair.
Pietro looks like a bitch.
Gotcha.
That probably is Bessie Braddock.
We're just dogging on Pietro. Like I like Pietro as a character. He just looks like a bitch here.
Remember when Pietro got shot by bullets?
If I can hit my Hawkeye, though.
Idiot.
Gotcha.
I can think of 5 other speedsters that would not happen.
Gotcha. All right, let's move on to the next one, audience. Go ahead, Austin. This is you, dude.
Oh yeah, let me find this again. Like I totally forgot I put this on here. You give me 1 second.
This was your topic, man.
As you saw, I had a lot of topics. Forgive me for forgetting one.
Okay. Let me do the honors on you.
I know what the topic is. We get the name of all 16 villains in the Sinister 16 story. I just didn't remember who all of them were.
Bro, if they're all gonna lose to Spider-Man, retire.
Bro, when you hear the roster, just wait, bro. Let me find it real quick.
Bro, these better be like 16 D-listers and 15 D-listers and A-listers, bro. Because there ain't no way, bro.
The only surprise I'll get from this list, audience, is if you tell me Dr. Octopus isn't on this list. I'm like, really? Huh. Okay.
Bro, you leave Dr. Octopus alone. Okay.
I'm telling you, Miles easily solos this team.
How far back is this?
It's on Hot Topic.
Oh, there's actually a lot of dudes I actually forgot to bring up.
I got the list, audience, so let me bring it up. Yeah,
I'm
taking over your topic, Austin. So
I gotta find where I posted. I've been Hot Topic.
See, okay, I have the article brought up. So first,
I have it now.
Doc Ock, of course. Right?
Yes, so don't go crying. Number 2 is Venom.
Okay.
Number 3, Jake, is Magneto.
We're yapping. Yo, get
Number 4 is Loki.
What did Peter do to piss off the mutant community? I wonder.
He probably stubbed his toe and said something. He probably stepped on Magneto's shoes. In order to do it, he read it in the world. Everything.
He stubbed his toe and accidentally screamed "Mutie." He's like, "Mutie!" Magneto said, "What did you say?"
It's very likely Magneto stubbed his toe and looked down and saw Spider-Man and said, "I blame you for this."
Yeah.
Loki, Absorbing Man, Titania, Kingpin, Typhoid Mary, Mystique for some reason, Destiny, the Leader, Lady Deathstrike, Claw, Jake's favorite, Sebastian Shaw, Noah's favorite, the Grey Gargoyle, Bullseye, and that's it.
Dude, that's the most randomest fucking lineup of people ever for a team.
If Spider-Man walks away with this with a clean victory, I don't want nobody to fuck with him in this universe again, bro. Because ain't no way that's not a legend on the streets. That 16 villains, a good chunk of them A-listers showed up on Spider-Man's doorstep, and he beat all 16 of them, bro.
Also, why do we have the terrorist lesbians as one of Spider-Man's ops? Like, what the fuck did Peter do to get those two as ops?
What did he do?
That's the weird thing. We haven't. What?
He pissed off the mutant community. It has to be.
He said mutant.
No, if he pissed off the community, the X-Men would be here. No, yeah, that's why it's weird because Magneto's lead the X-Men at this point.
Yeah, like I don't know why. Like you can make a case for Mystique and Destiny, but why the hell is fucking Eric here?
I feel like Destiny saw a future where Spider-Man supposedly does something to mutants, and she told everybody.
So,
I want Spider-Man to be
hey-
like, wait, but like we already had this. It was called Civil War II. We learned that was the wrong thing to do. What?
yeah. Hey, Magneto. So you're telling me you're going to be spending your time going after Spider-Man as opposed to the dozens of immortal Nazis that are out there in the world?
I want
There's
it to be like, we found out that you're responsible for the Ultra Sentinel that will kill all of mutant kind. And then I was like, no, that was Doc Ock in my body again. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't find the actual plot for the story, but like
Plus,
who told us
Spider-Man
why
going
the
up
guy
against-
choose this roster?
It's such a weird roster.
It's so weird that I kind of actually want to see how this book goes to justify all of them.
It's so weird that you know that the reason they're gonna lose is just gonna be infighting.
Yep.
You know, so think about this, Chris. Most of the people here are in pairs. You notice that?
Oh, they're gonna do
No,
this
of course
spectacular
not.
Spider-Man episode
You
where
have Kingpin and his wife, Titania as Man, Destiny and Mystique, and there's another person here who I'm forgetting who's in a pair.
I know Titania and Absorbing Man were
they're
both
gonna do
on
this
Gamma Flight, so I think they're just gonna like hang out and just talk about their times on Gamma Flight.
They're gonna do this spectacular
no,
Spider-Man
wait, you do
episode
realize-
where Peter
wait,
broke the Sinister Six up into groups of 2 so he could fight them more easily.
Gotcha. Which you do realize Absorbing and Titania had a long history long before Gamma Flight, right? Like,
Yeah, but they were most recently they were both on Gamma
most
Flight. So
most
and guess what?
recently, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't read a lot of stuff that isn't related to the characters I like. So
Well, then how about you stop talking about my favorite villain couple, okay?
okay, well you stop talking about my shit and learn the fact that Wild Child is an adult man.
Wild Boy is wherever I want him to be, okay?
The fuck is wrong with you? Just call him Wild Heart so we can move on with our day.
Wild Boy thing can be whatever he wants to be.
What the fuck is
Wow.
wrong with you, man? He's currently being brainwashed and manipulated.
But
All right.
Zorba-Man is in the Hulk book recently too, so it feels weird. Like we have like a whole Spider-Man story. But I honestly think this team is gonna break up and be fighting in pairs the whole time.
No, because we all know Mystique and Destiny are just gonna be making out in the corner anyways.
I feel like Mystique is gonna try to manipulate something. Kingpin, cause all they're gonna take is one moment to set these people off. So if Typhoid Mary, Kingpin said anything bad to Zorba-Man, his wife is gonna beat their ass. That means he's gonna fight them. The same thing for Destiny. The same thing for both of these pairs. Also, since this is Venom, is this Mary Jane?
Oh god, I didn't even think about that.
Peter, you have to
So
fight
if
your
it is, you know they're gonna give like Peter the most devastating punch.
Yeah.
For no reason. They might redo the hate panel just to make Peter look a bad guy.
Wow.
No, they're gonna have MJ backhand smack.
I've ever seen in my life.
They're gonna have MJ backhand smack Peter. It'll be like, oh.
You know what would have been more wild? If they would have had Black Tom and Juggernaut here.
I would have preferred Juggernaut be here just because of what just happened in the last run. The answer could have been
Well, Juggernaut's on the X-Men team right now.
So is Magneto.
I don't know why either of them are here.
We know Loki has his shit going on in both Doctor Strange and Thor as well. So, and he's here. Well,
Yeah. So
What the hell is happening in this fucking book?
But yeah, again, like the sheer randomness of this team roster is enough to make me want to see how this goes, So, might pick it up, might not. We'll see what happens on that comic week. So,
I would help Peter, but
I'm the person I'm most confused about is Claw. Nigga, you're a Black Panther villain. Why you been in New York?
Look, Jake, look, Austin. You know, Claw has a life outside of Wakanda, right?
No, he does not.
Yes, come on. He does not. He does not. He has more pressing matters than to go after the stones for the 15th millionth time.
I'm interested to see how Bullseye does against Spider-Man because we never really get them facing off.
What if it's just Mysterio? What if it's just Mysterio using illusions to make it look like the villains? And then like Peter's like,
after all the stuff Mysterio been going through, they should probably just leave him alone. To be honest.
Oh, okay.
Like he's still a bad guy, but he goes out his way not to fuck people now. He just wants to do his own thing. He's not trying to fight Spider-Man again.
Gotcha. But alrighty. Guys,
This is a
any
weird
final thoughts
book.
on these? I know,
Yep.
right? Wait, who's
I'm just
writing
saying, like, I would help Spider-Man, but I'm too busy helping my boy John Walker fight the forces of evil
Shut
in
up.
the MCU.
J. Michael Krasinski, bro.
Yeah.
Classic
Oh,
Spider-Man, right?
oh, huh,
Yeah.
oh, okay,
So who knows?
yeah. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's really it on the topics, audience. Ooh,
Do better,
this one
Jake.
was a massive episodes.
I guess we can say it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow,
All right.
we'll be reviewing our usual comics and some new ones, right? We have new ones. Or am I allowed?
Yes, I'm pulling something from the archives because
Yeah.
there's no Avengers Academy this week. So
But I thought the old books were wiped from the Jedi archives.
no, because
Not by a
there's
Sith
Academy
Lord.
this week, so I have to pull something from the archives. My archives.
Well, audience, tune with us tomorrow as we talk about whether or not Sam Wilson will stop slavery from coming back in America.
That's how you know
Yeah.
he's the ultimate.
Slavery's still here in America. What are you talking about?
Steve could never. Okay, only Falcon could beat. Only Captain America Sam Wilson could beat slavery. Okay.
All right. Well, audience, we'll see y'all next time. See ya.